evening. It's actually quite dark and grizzly out there now, so I thought I'd do a cheerful one. So this is another one from Booby Fellacio's Lockdown Diary, and the book, which is clashing horribly with my shirt, but never mind, such sartorial details are really quite irrelevant. As an English teacher, I very often taught that infamous and wonderful poem Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll, and during the years I taught it, I learnt it off by heart. "'Twas brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe," and so forth. And then when I left teaching, it suddenly occurred to me one day to wonder, what must it have been like from the point of view of the prince? You know, for those who know the poem, it's the prince who goes out and gets entangled with all the sort of slithy toves and all the rest of it, and in the end kills the Jabberwocky, like all heroes, you know, good heroes should do, and comes back with the Jabberwocky on the end of his sword, like you do. So this is Jabberwocky from the prince's point of view. "Well, really, I am most displeased this morning. Father has bullied me into going after that ghastly Jabberwock thing. And this, as we all know, means a tiresome traipse through woods both tulgy and normal, stepping in mome-wrath scat and being leered at by slithy toves in heat. Gyre and gimble my arse. I know a good shagging when I see one, and the toves seem to do nothing else, the randy little buggers. Okay, so the Jabberwock has claws like a velociraptor and a bite first, think afterwards mentality. But frankly, who gives a monkey's left testicle, apart from the monkey, of course? It only steals the odd baby, and always from the pauper end of the village, and is, in my view, doing a sterling job of retrospective birth control in an area of overpopulation. So why do I need to get involved? Damned inconvenient, I call it. Father knows jolly well that I always come last in the local tourneys. I'm regularly unhorsed by great, gorgeously brutish knights who come at me with their huge, stiff lances, and just as I bat my eyelashes hopefully at them, gallop on. We all know that while my skills in applying exquisite colour to my face, and indeed general level of sartorial excellence, are hard to beat, I am not the slightest bit athletic. Father most certainly does not need to tell me to eschew the bandersnatch. Frankly, I wouldn't touch the thing with a barge pole. And the same goes for the jub-jub bird. To see it is to flee or to duck. Still, I'm going to have to go. Mother's having hysterics, the stupid cow, and father has threatened to disinherit me if I don't. And I quote with considerable peeve, "Behave like a man for once in your vapid, overindulged life." So, vorpal sword strapped firmly round the old waist, I am off. Later. Well, stat me vitals, I am still alive, and through no deed of my own have achieved that familial holy grail, grudging paternal approval. In fact, the silly old fool positively chortled upon seeing me, and even vouchsafed the odd Calais. Oh, it was the head that did it, and after all, father doesn't need to know the full story, now does he? To put it bluntly, and this is strictly entre nous, you understand, the wok was already demised when I came upon it. It was lying in a heap, seeping slightly, after one can only surmise ingesting one too many bandersnatch cubs and then incurring terminal wrath from its parent's snatch. It took me a while to hack the head off, had to pause to throw up a few times, and hoisting the beastly thing onto the end of my sword was an absolute nightmare. My green and purple jerkin is now utterly soiled and may be impossible to save. But as I galumphed homewards, all was brillig in the wabe once more. The borogoves were as mimsy as one could wish. The mome-raths out grabing, don't ask. And the slithy toves were, as usual, garring and gimbling to their loins' content. My inheritance is safe. Good show. Jolly bon. Bye-bye.